Hello, we're back again.
Hello.
We've just been trying to central this camera to make sure we're both in shot.
Yes.
And trying not to look like newsreaders. So we're not on the desk.
Yes. Good evening.
So we're back. As you can see, we're indoors, sadly. Was hoping to be in the garden again.
Yeah, maybe mine this time, but...
Yeah, I was hoping to be there, but it was awkward, wasn't it? Because obviously your daughter's staying.
Yeah, so it would have been... I mean, they're working, so it'd have been all right if we could have stayed in the garden, but because it's like...
Yeah, it's too iffy today, yeah.
It is, it's iffy.
The forecast is at certain times, usually, when we were planning on doing this, was it supposed to rain, but I can't hear it on the roof yet.
No, it's not raining at the moment. I don't know why you looked up.
No, well, roof. That's the roof, and I will hear it on there if it does rain.
To see it. No, it's not raining.
Yeah, so...
I'm going to cough.
Oh, here we are again in the spaceship.
I'm going to cough.
Okay.
Finished.
Okay. There might be a few breaks with my editing because Sharon's got a horrible cough, so and it's a bit loud, so I'll get this on the sound level. It'll suddenly, so I have to cut that out. Okay, well, so this week, I keep forgetting it's every 2 weeks. Doesn't seem like 2 weeks though, does it? Since the last one, but it is.
What did we do last Friday?
Well, you've got. I don't think I see you, did I? Because I think because Sharon's daughter's staying with her at the moment. So maybe you're doing something with her. I don't.
No idea.
Sure. Anyway, as menopausal women, we can't remember that far. So I was just saying to Sharon, I need to start putting in my diary what I've been doing to remember to tell you.
Yes.
And it's strange how sometimes we can remember what each other's done rather than what we've done ourselves. This is always funny. So, yeah, this week, or since last week, last podcast, Duncan and I went to a vide grenier in a town called Saint-Suzanne. I'm pretty sure I've taken you there. It's a medieval town with a chateau. Definitely taken there because I did film around the museum and everything. So, yeah, that's a nice museum there. But it was all set up in a different place to where it normally is, whereas normally you go around the little cobbled streets for the vide grenier. They'd for some reason set it up just on the edge of it. It seemed bigger. Maybe that was why. Maybe they'd planned on having more people there. But again, we didn't buy a lot. Just ended up buying plants as usual. This seems to be the thing. That's 3 vide greniers in a row, and 3 lots of plants that we've bought.
Well, Dunk's on a mission, isn't he?
Yeah, he's I've said this on one of my videos actually, that it's good for him because it's a complete cut off to thinking about work or electrical work. He's working hard in the garden, but it's therapeutic for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just it keeps him going, and he's coming up with different ideas all the time. Oh, thank you. When did I use that? It looks a bit mangy actually, doesn't it? Anyway, yeah, it's coming up with ideas for the garden all the time.
Yes.
So the beds keep getting bigger because he keeps wanting to put more plants in, and then he's putting more bark down. But he's thinking about building I want to call it an arbour or something, but something over the fire pit. So he wants to get some of that sort of rusty metal that you can buy. You know, the metal you put in the floor before you put concrete down.
No.
Okay.
Oh, is it like a grid?
Yes.
Yes.
He wants to get some of that, and then he wants to create some sort of...
lovely.
I don't know, is it gazebo, arbour?
A gazaba.
A gazaba. Could be a gazaba. Maybe we could create one with our own word.
Oh, that's nice.
And, yeah, so he wants to do that, but it's obviously probably not going to get done this year unless it's autumn time when it might get occasional dry weather. And then the other night he just decided, because he keeps watching these YouTube programmes on gardens.
Yes.
I mean, it's lovely to see people's gardens, but when he's on a mission, Duncan, and he's got a project in mind, like we went through a phase of holidays, when we know we're going to a particular place on holiday, we watch all the videos that are connected to that, or that people put out with that, just to sort of see if either helps. I try not to look too much because I don't want it to spoil my trip.
Yes, I like to be surprised.
Yeah. But he likes to be prepared, and it's usually because he's usually one that wants to get him on places to visit and not forget places to visit, all this sort of thing. So yeah, so he done that, and then when he started going back working on his bikes, it was constant bikes and BMX and all that. There's gardens.
Yeah.
So we're looking at constant garden things and how to build things in the garden. And he's, at the moment, got it in his head that he wants to replace the polytunnel
Yes.
with a proper greenhouse.
Yes.
So, and he's, because again, we come back to
Which he
recycling again. Quite a lot of people make them from doors and windows, don't they? Greenhouses and that. Obviously,
Yes.
so he's thinking he
Julie
might
did
do
one
that.
for Ursula.
That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he's quite keen to do that as more of a permanent. I mean, that polytunnel's been really good. It is only a temporary cover, but it's been there 4 years at least. Not because the one before that wasn't permanent and it fell apart. This one,
But he's reinforced it as well.
he has
hasn't
reinforced it, and it so it does. It's quite tough, but he wants to make one with more windows in it, which would obviously make more sense because our tomatoes aren't doing great this year, and I think it gets warm in there, but it doesn't get enough light.
Right.
So I reckon that could be the problem.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, so that's why we got plenty of plants, basically. So we keep getting more, and obviously he's going to be, like next year, be putting a pond in.
Yes, that'd be exciting.
Oh, and that was the funny thing I was telling you, wasn't we? In this last fig grenier, we bought a fig, because I did have a fig plant, which was, don't say tree, because it hadn't got that far. Duncan moved it and it died. And I saw this. I thought Sharon was going to cough.
I am going to cough.
Okay. I saw this fig and I just pointed it out to Duncan. I thought, well, it's a fig, just casually. And he went, oh, we could get that, because he must have remembered that he killed the other one, basically. So we've got that, and it was a really nice, healthy one. So then when we got home, it was like, where's this going to go? Because then we start looking on my new plant app.
Yes.
That's the other thing. I've been going around the garden identifying all the plants, and I remembered the plant app, and so we looked it up on there, how big a fig tree can get, and it's rather large. It's about, I don't know, 40 foot it can get to, or something like
Amazing.
that. And it can get the same width-wise as well, I think.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah, so looked up about the fig trees. There's a bit of a glitch there because I can't remember where we were because the camera cut out. So the thing was, we were then deciding where's it going to go in the garden. Like I said, because it's going to be quite big, and there's about 3 places we can put it. So we're both wandering around the garden pretending to be a tree and trying to imagine like this. At one point, Dunk stood there like this, and I said, let me take a picture of you, because then we can, I should have kept that picture, but I didn't. Just pretend you're the tree, and we can then try and imagine it. And so yeah, we think we know where it's going to go, but it'll be in a nice, another bit of shade, because we keep getting really hot summers, don't we? So we need that shade. So yeah, that's the latest project. What have you been doing?
I wasn't well, was I?
No, that was a bit strange.
It was very strange. I can't remember when that was. First week Fee was here, I think. I just vomited in the night.
Yeah.
I really hate being sick.
Vomited.
It really upsets me. I hate it.
I don't think anybody actually likes to be sick, do they?
No, but it really upsets me.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I really hate it.
Do you like being sick?
Yes, comments below. Yes, but I didn't know if it was because I was coughing a lot, whether just my diaphragm went into some kind of spasm, but it wasn't nice. And I was a bit achy and for a couple of days.
But I said to you, though, you've had this cough again, haven't you? So that can make your body really feel. And we did say possibly the coughing might be causing you to be sick, but who knows?
No. I used my last COVID test to say I didn't have COVID. I looked in the pharmacy; they were like €3 or €4 each.
See, they've bumped them up, haven't they?
So I didn't get another one. But no. What did Fee and I do last weekend? We went to Banyol.
Oh,
on
you went to the
Sunday
Brocont.
To the Brocont, which was nice. It was really hot, wasn't it?
That was a hot day.
But yes,
Oh,
we
that's the
enjoyed
same
that.
day we went San Suzanne, wasn't it? I
Yes,
think
it was. But yeah, we enjoyed that. The walk around showed Fee some of the changes they're making as well, near the lake and everything. So yeah, we did that. We didn't buy. Oh, I did. I bought a small house.
Yes.
And also a badge that looks like it's a boulangerie. So it fits in one of my little things.
Oh, so you got a badge in you. But Sharon's talking about the printer drawer things, aren't they? Where they've got all the little compartments, and you collect houses for yours, don't you?
Funnily enough,
or similar.
I showed them. Well, I said to Jackie, "Oh, I got these," and she said, "Oh, what are you going to do with those?" So then I sent her the other 30 houses I had.
Yeah.
She went, "How have I never seen that?" It's on my living room wall.
Exactly, yeah.
But no, that passed her by apparently. Yep, so that's all we got.
Well, she does often come to you when she's a bit stressed as well, doesn't she? So she wouldn't necessarily be thinking of that.
No, she wasn't taking in the surroundings.
No.
Yeah, and then Monday we walked at Saint-Sanere.
Yes, Saint-Sanere Legere.
Which is not... It's easy for you to say.
It's two... Well, I put two names that sound similar together because you can't get... Yeah, exactly. You can't get your tongue around it. Saint-Sanere.
It's very pretty. I hadn't been there before.
You'll notice if you watch the video, I had trouble saying it in the video as well.
You did. But yeah, it was very pretty, wasn't it?
It is pretty.
There's a lake and it's a very pretty town. It's obviously popular with the tourists. There's lots of there was lots of artist studios, wasn't there? But there's lots of restaurants as well.
Yeah, this was Sharon's first visit there. I've been several times.
There's gardens as well that we didn't go to.
No, this is it. There's hopefully we'll go and see them because I think that road will be parked just a bit further. I think it's further down.
Okay.
And people keep saying, "Oh, you've been to the gardens there." No, every time. By the time you've walked up the hills and round, you start getting a bit tired. Yeah. Go back to the car and think, I forgot the garden again. Yeah. So I think we'd have to do another visit, go there specifically for the garden.
To go to the gardens, yeah.
And if anybody's looking for a restaurant to buy in a very pretty town, there was one there.
Oh, there was one for sale, yeah.
So if any of you are looking to move to France to open a restaurant, there you go. And it was always very busy. That restaurant was always very busy. So no, it is nice. It's very nice. So that was it. So we've done Saint Suzanne, yeah, that one. You've been Espanyol. What else have we done?
Fee and I went out for the day on Wednesday.
You did, yes. I was a bit. Yeah, I was thinking myself, I never think to go to the coast, and that's usually because Duncan doesn't want to drive that far.
Well, it's not too bad, Con, is it? It's only sort of hour and a half and 3/4. So, yeah. And I'd been there recently, hadn't I, with friends. So I went back to Westerham, we had a little walk on the beach. It's funny because I went into... There's a swimming baths there. And I thought, I'd like to see if there's... if it's just for fun or if there's lanes. And I couldn't see from the outside. So I went inside and I said to the lady... is it possible to have a look? She went, no. That was it.
Okay.
So, and I said,
what did she think you were going to do?
I don't know. I only wanted to see if there were lanes or not. I suppose I could have tried to ask her, but she wasn't very forthcoming. And then I said, how much does it cost? And she was like, just gave me a leaflet.
Oh, she loves her job, doesn't she?
She did love her job. So I thought, I'm not going there again. But yeah, we had a plodge in the sea. We went back to the ice cream place where I had...
you had a...
Plodge.
A plodge.
I think that's a Julie word.
Okay.
Started, a bit of paddle.
Okay. I'm going to look that one up, and if it exists, I'll put it on the screen.
I don't think it does. Might be a northern thing.
Yeah. Julie's from the north of England.
Yes. Yeah, so I went back to the place where I had
Adjust
the
myself, yeah.
black ice cream last time, and they didn't have any. So I was a bit
Yeah.
disappointed because I wanted to.
What did you say this black ice cream's made of?
Vanilla and charcoal.
Seems
You couldn't
so-
taste anything, just the vanilla. But yeah, it was very good. But yeah, they
I
didn't
suppose
have
they
it.
must have just used the charcoal for the colour, mustn't they?
Yeah, it's good.
I think I'm cautious because I always say about barbecue food, and if it's too charcoal, the charcoal is bad for you. It's carcinogenic and all this stuff.
Yeah, but it's only so much, you know.
Yeah, it
And
must
anyway,
be a.
when you've like had a jug overdose, when you consume too many jugs, they give you charcoal.
Do they?
You've watched lots of hospital dramas.
Don't remember that though.
Yeah, they do. They feed you like a liquid charcoal.
Well, I never.
Yeah, to like, I don't know if it flushes it out or it lines your stomach or something.
Oh.
So it can't be that bad.
Well, again, another day's a school day.
Yes. But anyway, we had different ice cream. And then we went... Oh, we'd had lunch in Carl first. And then we went to Easterham. And then we went back to Carl. It was... You know what I'm like. We know what my sense of direction's like. And I'm convinced I know my way to the beach in Easterham. And I said to Fee, I'm going to follow the signs for the car ferry. Because I could see the car ferry. We were right near the car ferry.
Right.
Of course, we get to the car ferry. I'm more or less boarding the boat. I said to Phil, I still can't see the beach. And Phil said, were you actually near the port or could you just see it in the sea? I said, I don't know now. Doubting everything. Anyway, I found it eventually.
So you didn't have it in Jerry's a sat nav?
No,
Didn't put it in Jerry?
I don't know why. I don't know if it's because... Did I have other people in the car with me when we drove to Easterham from Carl? Or I was just following Max and Julie?
Oh, you could have been, yeah.
Yeah, so no, I didn't. But yeah, so we did. And when we got to the place, to the beach, it was really near the car ferry. But I'd obviously gone around the houses, yeah. It is literally where you get on the ferry.
Is it big beach or?
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, very long. Yeah.
Oh, right.
I don't know why I mean very long. What else would it be? Wide, tall. It's very tall.
Some beaches are deeper, aren't they?
It was very deep.
Look out a long way
Yes.
to the sea.
It's very
But then
deep.
there's others that can go on for kilometres.
It's both.
But narrow.
No, both.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because certainly when we were there for the weekend, it was a long walk out to the sea. Yeah, that's all right.
I must get back there again. I'll have to
Yeah.
persuade Duncan, but
Don't get on the car ferry by mistake.
no, I will avoid the ferry. Okay, what?
Logs.
Yes, we've had our wood delivery.
We have had a wood delivery. I'm really broke this month now.
That's the trouble. Everything seems to come at once, doesn't it? But as you know, we've got this garage now, so for us, it's, especially me, it's bliss because I find that stacking the wood can be quite tough.
Yes.
But
yeah.
I mean, usually we have like 3 pallets full, which is, as we learnt yesterday, a good 1.5 stair, perhaps, each pallet. So it's quite a lot of wood to stack. So usually I don't do the stacking. I do the wheelbarrowing and Dunk does it. But now, because we've got the garage, the man comes in with his little trolley crane thingy and brings it immediately
it's
into
like a
the
baby
garage.
forklift truck,
yeah, it's like
isn't
a forklift. It wheels it straight in.
Why is my nose so itchy?
I have no idea. It usually means a surprise. But the third one, Duncan did stack, and I left him to it, and he did it so quick I couldn't believe it. So yeah, so it's quite good for us. And then he comes round the corner to you and does yours at the same time. So it's quite convenient for them, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. I've worked out that I'm a really... I was going to try and avoid saying shitty. I'm a shitty stacker. Mine's all wobbly. And I don't know how do you... I'll have to ask Dunk. How do you keep stacking all the way up? Because what I've done is I've made a pyramid. And now I'm only stacking 2 or 3
But to a point,
at the
I
top.
can understand that because they're cutting in triangular,
Yes.
like Toblerone shape, aren't they?
Yes.
So it should make it easier to stack.
Mine's terrible.
Are you doing it against the wall?
No.
Ah. So maybe you need to be against the wall and then
It's
you
too
can
late.
keep...
It's too late for this year.
You're the one that's got to use this wood. You're the one that, if it falls on
But
you,
I
then...
started to then, I was thinking, I'm starting to make a triangle. So I started to try and then build up one side, and it just kind of all tumbled down.
So have you got a lot just laying on the floor now?
No, I've restacked, but just badly.
Okay.
Yeah.
It probably comes with practice.
Yes.
That lady
really
we know,
hot.
Amanda,
I'm very interruptive.
who's now gone
Go on.
Amanda, who's now gone to the UK.
Yes.
She loved stacking her
Yes.
wood, and she just was so passionate about it that she'd be taking
Yes.
pictures of it and everything. Yeah.
No, mine's not. I will take a picture just for comedy effect.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Okay. I'll slot that in if I get that picture before
dear.
this is edited.
Yes.
So that's the other thing. I've been editing, it feels like constantly, because the weather's been so good. I've just been putting loads of videos together, and I'm now up to November.
That's good,
So,
isn't it?
yeah, it's
And
nice.
it'd be nice to see a nice sunny video when
Yeah.
we're all freezing.
I mean, there are, exactly, that's the thing. I'm trying to put them in, obviously the garden ones have to really be in context of the time, if you see what I mean.
Yes, yes.
Because I've done one for
Chronological.
August,
Yeah.
so people need to see the garden in August, really,
Yes. Yeah.
because people like to do that. Other than that, yeah, it doesn't really matter. Like you say, sometimes it's nice to see a sunny video when it's horrible outside, isn't it? So yeah, I've been doing a lot of that. But now, because I'm up to date with that, I can actually do some sewing.
Which is good.
Yeah, so
You haven't done much recently.
no, it's it's frustrating. Poor Donna here gets ignored.
Yeah.
But I mean, that jacket's hanging on there because I want to do something with that, but I still can't come up with any ideas. But I've got clothes that my daughter gave me when I was over there. I've got to alter those.
Yeah.
This blouse I've just made a little bit bigger. It could have done with being a little bit more larger, for want of a better word.
Yeah.
That's the only trouble with buying clothes that don't stretch when it's fairly fitted. If you do put on it, suddenly it's just uncomfortable,
Yes,
isn't it?
yeah.
But I've put these panels down the side now that just gives me just a little bit more room.
And people would never know if they hadn't seen that top before and then saw you in it.
No,
They wouldn't know that
I've
that's
changed
added.
it. No,
Yeah, it's very
but
good.
I was quite pleased with it. But yeah, it's just surprising how, even though I've put now I weighed myself today and I'm back to the late weight I'm quite happy, sort of I can live with. But I had a few pounds to lose, or kilos to lose, whichever. And yeah, it was getting a bit uncomfortable. But so even though I've lost that, it's still a little, could do with being a bit more roomy. But I'm going to put up with it. That's it. I'm not undoing it again. So yeah, so there'll be a video on my other channel coming up of me changing some clothes and things like that.
That's good.
What have you done? We stuck to wood. Oh, and you had a bit of sad news yesterday, didn't you?
I did. Quite unexpected.
Oh.
Yeah, Susan died.
Yeah, Susan the chicken.
Yeah.
But it's a bit weird though, because it sounds terrible, but she wasn't dead when you were holding her. You didn't kill her.
I didn't kill her.
But
No. And I've been talking for a few weeks that I didn't think someone was laying,
yeah,
because I was only getting one egg instead of two,
yeah.
and I didn't know who it was. And I was actually talking to Fee about maybe trying to take them both to the vets. But anyway, I'm still not sure if that's related to what happened. I don't know if someone tried to attack her. But when I went out in the morning, she was just laying on the ground. But they do that sometimes because they make dust bowls for themselves.
Yeah, they
don't
like to just sit in it, don't they?
And I went up and I thought, oh, she doesn't look great. She didn't move.
Was her
at all.
head sort of down? Or?
No, she was okay. She was just sitting there, but she didn't move. Where normally, if I come up to the fence, they think, oh, breakfast.
Yeah.
So I went and I picked her up, and Susan doesn't like being picked up. It's Jackie I normally pick up anyway. And one of her legs was kind of tucked in, and I thought, oh, she'd been attacked. And I kind of tried to pull at it to see if I could see any wounds. She didn't cry out in pain or anything. Fee said maybe she was
Oh, I
had a
said,
tummy ache.
I said
Oh,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
so was she holding a tummy?
Maybe, yeah.
Anyway, so I gave her a little stroke, and then I put her back down. She didn't move again, and I went back out to get the food for them, and she did a big fluffy fluff with her wings, and then just died there and then. It's very sad.
That's weird, isn't it?
I mean, chickens.
It's not worth taking her to the vet.
No,
not a chicken. It's not.
No.
But are you going to replace her?
I don't know yet.
I know one egg a day is probably enough, but then Duncan said to me yesterday, he said the poor chicken might get lonely.
She looked lonely. Well, she was.
Well, first of all, she was crying, wasn't she?
She was crying because
to us it was
she
crying.
she was in the nest actually laying an egg when it happened, so she didn't see me take Susan out, which may have been a mistake. Perhaps I should have let her see Susan. So she was crying for her. She was like looking for her and stuff. So I gave her some cuddles yesterday, and but she looked, because they sit on the roof. They sit on top of the roof at night, and she was just sitting there all on her own. It was a bit sad.
Oh.
But they are quite social animals. They do like to have company.
Yeah. It might be an opportunity to get your black fluffy foot one.
Yes. But then Lucy next door.
She's on her own.
She's on
isn't
her
she?
own.
Yes.
But then Martine does let her in to watch telly with her in the evening.
Don't you start going there, you'll end up with Marco chasing her.
More like the other way round.
You reckon?
Oh God, yeah. Marco's a bit
scared of the
of
chickens.
They kind of at him and he runs away.
That's bizarre, isn't it?
Well, they're about the same size.
But then
aren't they?
again, some humans are scared of birds, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
And they're a lot bigger than a bird, but they can still be scared. So yeah,
So.
why wouldn't they? No.
I've had a lot of death recently.
Yes.
Izzy and now Susan.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I just want to say the fan's on in the background, so if you can hear a whirring noise, it's because we're trying to keep cool.
Yes. It's a bit moist today, isn't it?
It is. Okay, as usual, we're back after lunch because guess what? It overheated.
It's not even that hot up here. I don't
No,
understand.
it's just a ridiculous camera. Thing is, if I use my phone camera, it brings us in too close, which makes it really hard to get us both in.
Okay.
But I might try it next time because although the camera phone can, or the phone can overheat as well, but that's usually because it's hot. It's in here. It's not
too
hot.
bad. Yeah.
As I said, the fans are in the background, so I thought that might help keep things cool. But anyway, so this week, any dreams
Well,
that we might want to hear about?
I don't know if you want to hear about this. Right. I was a student trying to finish an essay or an assignment, but I didn't have the enthusiasm for it. So instead I threw a party for fellow students.
Yeah. That's probably quite a normal-ish thing to do, I would have thought, as if you're a student.
Yeah, I drank a drink that gave me special powers.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
There were these little brushes. I don't know how to explain them. You know, not these days because makeup brushes are far more sophisticated, but so I'm going to cough now. But in the old days, when you used to get a little palette of blusher and it would have a little square brush,
Yeah, the little short one, looked like a very small dustpan brush.
that sort of thing. Right. So I had these special powers. There were these little brushes. And when I flicked it at two people, they were immediately attracted to one another. So I've got this little brush and I'm flicking. And they're like, ooh!
Bizarre.
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep saying that every time she does a dream, but they are bizarre.
Yeah, and I mean, just an aside that after they left, I found lots of food I hadn't put out. But
Oh, right,
Yeah.
okay. So
but
they...
it was the brush that was the main.
Yeah. Did you ever use that sort of brush years ago, or did your mum?
Yeah, definitely.
Because I do remember it was just like a little black charcoal.
Oh, are we thinking of two different things? Are you thinking about mascara brush?
Yes.
I'm thinking about a blusher brush.
Sorry, yes, I was confused there because you said little brush. I don't know why I went there, why I thought it was that. But do you remember those, though?
I do remember those.
Because I remember you used to have the little. I can remember that if you didn't put water in it, the women, terrible, really. Spit on it, and then brush it on there.
But no.
Own up, you did that, didn't you?
It wasn't one of those. Yeah, it was a little oblong blusher brush.
Oh, right, okay.
Do you know what you know what I mean?
I'm just trying to.
I
only ever see the blusher brushes, which are like wide paint brushes,
yes. No, I'm going to Google one. So it was like that. Flick, flick, flick. I've got a very short one as well.
I wonder where you got that from. What's made you think of that?
You're trying to look for some kind of logic in my dreams,
I do. Yeah, there obviously is no logic.
No.
I've got 2 or 3 dream books here, but we did try looking through, and a lot of your dreams didn't appear in there, did they?
I'm unique. I was at the funeral of someone I worked with at Ladbrokes.
Right,
a betting shop. Now, this is 40 years ago. And she'd committed suicide. Sorry, I shouldn't
Ladbrokes
laugh.
is a betting shop here. I don't know if it's anywhere else in the world.
Don't know. She'd committed suicide by chopping off her own elbows.
What? How do you chop off your own elbows?
Well, you could chop off one. I don't know how you chop off the second one. And why that would kill you.
Yeah.
And then you're off, aren't you? So how'd you do this one? Must have been an assisted suicide. But why your elbows?
I've never heard of that before. I mean, chopping your hands off, chopping your arm off, but your elbows? No.
Anyway, I've just remembered that her husband was there, but he was a twin. I don't think that was true in real life.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, and they were like, oh, it's so sad.
Yeah, so I hope that none of your dreams are real, you know.
Yes.
It's a bit worrying if they are. Okay, well, I can't think of any. I can't think of anything else I've done other than the gardening and everything. I said that look for updates on the videos to what's happening with the garden.
Yeah.
Been trying to come up with different things because you aren't coming forward with any suggestions about what you want to talk about.
Get your act together.
So, I have a long list of questions, and I used some of these and I adapted them when I interviewed my twin granddaughters, if any of you see that. Obviously, I could only pick the ones in there that I thought they may be able to answer. Used them as a prompt, really. So, I've put them all on paper, folded them all up, and they're in this jug. And this jug is called the nosy jug.
We like that.
Because I couldn't think of anything else to call it. So
it's a very nice
when
jug.
we're talking about the nosy jug section, it's this. What we're going to do, depending on how much of an answer we give to each one, we're going to pick these out, read the question, and I think it's better if we both answer each one.
Yes.
Because it's interesting to see both sides of...
And we are quite different sometimes.
We are very different in a lot of things. So I think, if you pick one out, read it out, and then I'll do the same, and then we'll just see how time goes. And
all right.
If our lives have been very dull and we haven't done anything, then we might pull out more questions. But it's unlikely. There's usually something.
There's usually something.
So, would you like to pull out the first one?
Should we have the jug in shot? Oh, it's quite heavy, isn't it?
It is quite it's got a heavy jug. Just to prove it's coming from the jug. The nosy jug. We have to be careful when we put that down because it would be thud.
Oh, that's interesting. Did you collect anything as a child? Oh!
We got a paper cut.
Yeah, I have. Go on.
Nothing worse than a paper all the
That really hurts.
Don't get upset, Sharon. Did I collect it? I remember I went through a phase of collecting stamps. I don't know if you remember. They used to come in little like polythene things you go in the shop, didn't you? And you could buy a little pack.
Yeah, I think I did that for a
I don't know how long I did. Yeah, exactly, a little while. I don't know how. You're going to have to just suck it. I've got some plasters up here actually, but we'll see how much it bleeds. If you keep bleeding, then we'll put one on it. But
I'm quite a good bleeder.
Honestly, interrupting us with her cutting herself. Yeah, so I did collect stamps. I don't remember collecting much else.
Whimsies. Were they Whimsies?
Oh, the little... Oh, did you?
Those little animals?
Yeah, no, I didn't. I knew...
Am I saying the right name?
I knew old ladies that collected them at the time. And I did collect some here for a little while, but that's not as a child.
Yeah.
And I tried selling them, but...
I did have some as a child.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And where did they come from? A magazine or something? Because I think the stamps you could get in a magazine, but I think mainly, I don't know how or why, you could. It must have been a phase.
I'm thinking mostly Woolworths, because I think that's where we got most things.
Could be.
I don't remember shopping for them, so I'm thinking Woolworths.
Woolworths is no more.
Yeah, we miss Woolies.
I know America have, or did have Woolworths.
I think it's
I
American
came
company.
from. Of all the Woolworths in America closed down as well. I'm assuming.
I think is it Walmart? Were they owned by Walmart?
Not totally sure.
No,
because I get confused. Walmart is apparently own Asda in UK, don't they? I think
possibly, yes.
So yeah, I don't know. But anyway, we've gone off on a tangent talking about shops now, which is not unusual.
Wilkinsons have gone now as well, because they've gone, haven't they? Which is very sad.
Yeah, all those sort of like multi
bits.
Yeah, bits and pieces you could buy in these shops. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think.
But
that's
yeah, I think that's my.
My
stamps is my only thing, and you're saying. I can't think of anything else that I used to collect.
No.
But then in my childhood we weren't very well off, so couldn't really do much that would cost much. And I probably bought those stamps with my paper round money or something.
Yes.
Right, let's go into the nosy jug.
Jug of knowledge.
What's your most beautiful memory?
Oh, beautiful memory.
I think it's going to have to be things that come to mind straight off, isn't it? Because afterwards you'll probably be saying, "Oh, I could have said that."
It was something always magical about going up to Blackheath to see the fireworks.
Yeah, you've mentioned that before, so it's obviously a good memory.
It is a good memory. And I think it's taking the kids up, and it'd be one of those cold November days where you've all got your hats on and your cheeks are cold. And yeah, and it was free, and we just used to park the car, and then everybody would walk together up onto the heath. And they were always really good fireworks, and the kids were always like, you know, really excited.
I think we only went to that once or twice.
Yeah, that's a good memory.
We went to, but yeah.
Camping in France. So, doing Eurocamp, and
that was what you'd say is a beautiful memory, I suppose.
Yeah.
I suppose you could call it anything, couldn't you? It's just
and the kids just having, because you could just sit outside your tent, and the kids all have their bikes, and they'd be going round and round, and you know you'd quite easily lose track of them. But
so the beautiful part is where you've got to sit in peace and quiet because they're off
children,
on their bikes.
Yeah. There's a couple of beaches I've got in my mind. You know when they say go to your happy place, there's a beach in the Vendée I always go to. Yeah, it's got big.
I could think of probably loads, but off the top of my head, just thinking that just reminds me when we was in Malta. It was the year before, or maybe the same year that we moved here, and we were standing on like I think it was like not a chateau, but like a fort wall.
Yes.
And then we're looking down at some gardens, and just looking around made me cry. I thought it was so beautiful, and it's always just stuck in my mind.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, don't often get things like that that make you shed a tear.
Yeah. Oh.
Would you like another nosy jug one? You're a mess today. Coughing, itchy nose, a cut finger.
Oh, this is a good one. because obviously we're both. Would you rather be smart or pretty?
I think it depends on what you think you look like, doesn't it?
Yes.
I mean, I don't think I'm ugly, but I don't think I'm beautiful either. So I'm happy as I am, so I think I'd rather be smart, because I do get frustrated when I don't know things or don't know how to do things, or I feel I'm making myself look stupid.
That's only with geography.
I don't know, I'd say it was more than that sometimes, but yeah. Perhaps it's not smart, but smart, it's just don't be stupid. Yeah. With some things.
I think I'd rather be smart, but then if you're really pretty and a bit thick, do you just sail through life and not worry about things because you're too thick to notice?
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
It's
You
quite
think,
possible.
oh, life's pretty, I'm pretty.
Yeah.
You know.
And some people might find that endearing, mightn't they, as well?
Yeah, and is ignorance bliss? I don't know.
It's quite possibly.
Yeah. I like knowing things, because I always say knowledge is power.
You do.
Because I think if you know something, that's a good thing. It's the price you pay for being
And
ugly.
I disagree. Another one from the nosy joke.
Oh, one's fell out. Pop that.
No, that's the one.
Oh, right, okay.
What did you want to be when you were little?
I wanted to be a teacher.
I could imagine you as a teacher, actually.
Yeah. I think that was my ambition.
I imagine you as a history teacher.
History?
Oh.
I always thought English at the time. But that was probably primary school.
Yeah.
When I changed my mind. Yeah, definitely a teacher. And I think I've said before, when I had dolls, I used to line them all up in the classroom. I used to teach them. I wasn't their mother, I was their teacher.
The first one I think about is I always wanted to be a nurse.
Oh, see, I can imagine you as a nurse.
Yeah. But two other things. There was things about wanting to work in a post office. That's an ambition, isn't it?
Wow.
Or a library.
Yes.
Now, I got to work in a library. I did do like it must have been during the week, something, just a bit of book stacking or something. I can't remember what I did now, but I loved the, because then I'd get to do the tickets. Remember? So because that made me put tickets inside all my books at home.
Did you?
Yeah. I made little pockets on the inside cover, and little pockets put in.
Fabulous.
And obviously, I don't know if I played them with my brothers and sisters, or whether
Did
I
you
just
date
put them
stamp
with
them?
my dolls. Not sure I did at home, but I do remember doing the I loved it. And they're funny, the things.
Yeah.
But I
Very
think that was probably we're all connected in with how much I love stationery as well. But yeah, I loved it. And I think it's probably the same with the post office, isn't it? You get to stamp things, didn't you? Did you have the post office little
set?
Well, I don't know if I had. I'm trying to think. Was they that far back?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, there you go. So I must have, and like a shop as well. You used to be able to get the shops with the little jars of sweets and things. They do them still now, don't they? Just slightly different versions. But
Post
office.
I
Overall, I wanted to be a nurse.
Yeah.
And other than that, I just basically wanted to stamp things.
Just stamp things, yeah. Didn't go where we were.
And I think it was anything involving paper. I'm the same now. I still like working with paper and stuff, as well as fabric.
I think I said before on here as well that my mum used to run catalogues, and when the stationery was out of date or whatever, and I had all the old stationery, and I think
I did in my little post office. Yeah. Memories.
Simpler times.
Yes.
Simpler times.
Go on then, we go for another one. She's digging deep. God, it's a long one.
I wondered if you asked the grandchildren this. If you had to dress up in a costume for the rest of your life, what costume would you choose?
costume would I pick?
Have you done fancy dress before? Have you gone to a fancy dress party? What did you go as?
Oh, I've done Red Riding Hood. I've done. What's the last one I done was a witch thing, I think. Oh, and I did Day of the Dead costume. But I think if I could wear something that was quite tight fitting and made me feel slimmer, and I could wear that all the time, I'd be happy with that. But I wouldn't be able to eat though, would I? Because it'd be too tight. But I can't think who that would be. Could be something like Catwoman or something.
Yeah, it's like a cat suit.
I'm moving around like Catwoman, you know.
What about going to the loo?
Well, it'd have to be a cat suit with press studs and a crutch, but they wouldn't be very comfortable, would they? It's not always necessarily practical then, is it? But I'm sorry, but that's my choice. And I'd have to just live with it, wouldn't I? What about you?
I don't know. First of all, I was thinking something really practical. Maybe the boiler suit in Ghostbusters.
That is so you.
Because I thought I'd trot around in that. I wouldn't have to have the thing on the back, would I?
No.
Yeah.
No.
So you could put a Hoover.
Both of us had chose something that was no good in the summer. You imagine?
No, that's true.
We'd melt, wouldn't we?
We would melt. I don't know. I've got no interest in being a princess or anything like that.
No, but that's. I think I might have asked the girls. I can't remember now, but they just. I think. Oh, actually, I think they did because they said we'd just like to wear this, and they were wearing their school uniform.
Oh, bless them.
And because they got the ones like jumpsuits.
Oh.
And they said they like that one, the jumpsuit one, but they don't like all the other part of the uniform. Yeah.
A jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a short jumpsuit.
Yeah.
And April said that they like wearing oversized. I've gone off on a tangent, but not that it matters. They like wearing oversized clothes.
Yes.
They're just if she's every time we go to the shop to buy clothes, we have to buy a couple of years older, so that it's big on them.
It's interesting, isn't it?
I don't know why that is. They obviously like comfort, I suppose.
Yes. Yeah.
But is there an interest in our kids wearing things that are too big now?
I don't know about touch.
Yeah, I'm out of touch. It's bizarre. Oh no! See this. Which song would win you every karaoke challenge? Well,
I don't like karaoke. That's the first thing.
I'm not keen. I've done it, and it's been a laugh. I can't think of a song that I would say I'd sing. Probably something like, because one of my favourite songs, especially because I've been able to dance to it, is Jump.
Do you know the words?
But I probably think I do.
Yes. What was that one we
It's
did
like
on
it's
your
the usual,
birthday?
isn't it? It's like jump, jump. If that's the case, yes, I know all the words.
Do you remember, was it your birthday a couple of years ago? We were very
Where
drunk.
I listened to it again.
I wasn't going
It's just prompted your memory there,
Yes,
hasn't it? Yeah.
I wasn't going to say that.
Yeah.
But we did silly games,
Mm.
very high pitched, and we obviously thought we could do that. Silly games.
But we probably just didn't care anyway because
No.
we'd had a few wines.
You had.
Yeah.
And we did Somebody Else's Guy. That was the other one,
Oh,
wasn't
yes, that's the one. Yes,
Yes.
that's one of my favourite songs. That.
I don't know if I do know
think-
the words, but
yeah,
I think I probably think I do.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure I sing along and I sing it perfectly. But actually, no, that's quite because it is a favourite. I wouldn't say I'd win at karaoke, but I'd probably do quite well with it.
The other one I think I know lots of words to is probably Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes, that's quite a obvious one in some ways for me. Yeah, and I don't know why I didn't think of that, but probably because there's too many.
Yeah. I'm going to sneeze.
Right, we'll do two more,
Okay.
and then
Do you
we'll.
want me to put my hands in? I've just
Well-
sneezed in them.
So go on, just go for it.
Is that
Oh,
just
there's
one?
two there.
Oh. This is dodgy. Okay. How would you describe... Can't speak. How would you describe my personality based on my appearance? I think this is difficult when you get older, because I think suddenly you're just an old person rather than someone who...
Are you making excuses before we've even started?
Just say anything about me.
How would I describe your personality? By the way you're dressed.
Based on my appearance, yeah.
Chilled, I suppose.
Oh, I've always thought I'm a bit of a duck.
A duck?
You know when they say about it?
Yes, where your legs are doing this under the surface.
Yes, but I appear to be gliding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are, yeah. So you appear to be chilled.
Yes, I'm not. I'm not chilled at all.
Yeah, that'd be the first thing that would come to mind if I didn't know you.
Yes. Based on your appearance, it's difficult, isn't it?
Some of these questions could be dodgy.
Strident.
Strident? Was that
Yes.
because I'm always striding off in front?
Yeah, because I only ever see the back of you for a start. I don't know where I'm going. I'm off.
Yeah.
I think it's because you've got long legs, which I do envy, and you quite often wear fitted trousers,
Okay.
where I'm a bit fast and loose with the trousers,
Yeah.
and you're more jeans and denim shorts.
Yeah. Strident.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to connect the two now.
I don't... Do you want a definition of strident?
No, it's all right. Strident. It's not a word. I don't think I've ever heard it.
In charge. You're kind of
Go on, then,
large
see what
and
it
in
says.
charge.
It's quite.
Oh, do you know, it's not what I thought it was.
Oh, so I'm not that then.
Well, it says make their feelings or opinions known in a very strong way that perhaps makes people uncomfortable. I don't think I meant that.
I do a bit though, don't I? I don't know if I make people uncomfortable,
You're
but
very
I do.
honest.
Exactly, I'm honest.
I don't think I get that from your appearance necessarily.
No, you wouldn't.
Oh, but it does say boisterous.
Am I boisterous?
I don't know if I've interpreted the word wrong. Did I mean stridey? Is that a word? It's not a word.
Stridey.
Yeah, more in charge. Yeah.
I suppose it. Yeah, it can depend.
It's definitely got something to do with your legs.
Why my legs got anything to do with being in charge, apart from in charge?
They're long.
Right. Okay. She's a bit strange. So yeah, this is all because you haven't been giving us any questions. If you can think of any now, or if we've prompted any questions,
Yes. Or just,
put them in the comments
yeah,
below.
or just a discussion subject.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or discussion subject. We have got other discussion subjects, but it would be nice to know what you want to know, basically, because you could be a nosy lot.
Yes.
So,
And an alternative for what I really meant when I said strident.
strident.
Because I don't think
I just can't think what that. There's definitely a word, isn't there? For I do sometimes.
I'm going to cough.
If anybody's going to take charge of a situation, I suppose I might be first to step in.
Yes, yeah.
But I don't know what that's called.
It's not strident.
No.
No. I thought it was.
As I say, none of it's doing my legs.
No. But there is something... I don't know if I'm just digging myself a hole now. There's just something about your legs. I'm quite
Okay.
envious of them. And you do wear a lot of jeans. It's not a bad thing.
No. I hope not.
I'm off to get the chicken.
So, well, yeah, Sharon's going to go and get a chicken to be buried. Duncan's going to bury it for her.
I'm going to say a little prayer.
Yeah. You might put it down with our chicken in the same place.
Keep Stacey company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okie doke, we will see you next time.
Yep.
Au revoir.
Bye-bye. It's all those years I've had the wrong idea of what strident meant.